Hey there, my name is Cole Adams, and you are watching the best college basketball podcast out there that covers the entire sport of college basketball, brackets, bubbles, and bid stealers. Now, here are your hosts, Sam Fetterman and Jonathan Lidskin.
Season 6, episode 96 of Brackets, Bubble, and Bid Stealers. I am Sam Fetterman. That is Jonathan Lidskin. This is the March Madness Bracket. How are you doing? Jonathan, how are you doing?
Did you just introduce the brackets?
I did. Like
Good.
Cole Adams.
That's a page out of Cole Adams' book.
It really is a page out of the Cole Adams book. We've got the chat lively tonight.
Yeah, the boys have been waiting.
The boys have been waiting. Nolan Smith is live right now on CBS Sports Network.
Is he?
Yes.
Discussing how much they're going to lose by to Iowa State?
We'll have to see. Unfortunately, Fielder, you tuned into a podcast hosted by Sam Fetterman.
I agree with Fielder.
I mean, we'll definitely have Cole at some point in the next couple of weeks. But Jonathan, it's pencil time. It's not pen time. It's pencil time.
Well, it's pen time because that's why we print out multiple copies.
Yes, but
it's the devil. I have seemed to have lost my pen, and I don't know where it is. So this is problematic.
Speaking of pen, how about those Quakers?
One of the games of the year.
Oh my God! I just got back
on the pen.
I just got back like 20 minutes ago, by the way, from that game. So
yeah, you've had a long day.
That game ended 6 hours ago, and I just got back 20 minutes ago.
Why did it take you so long to get back?
Well, first off, we had the celebration and the press conference,
right?
Yeah, and then we were hungry and we stopped at a diner for dinner to watch the selection show.
That's very, very fair stoppages.
No, Salzman. I watched the selection show at the diner. I just said that.
Salzman is unhinged because SLU got a good first round matchup.
All right. Anyway, we've got to talk brackets. Let's start in the East region.
Can we talk general bracket thoughts first?
I would love to, actually. That is what this show is for.
Yeah, region, but we can absolutely go region by region. But I feel like
I can't wait for John Rothstein to give us the nicknames that nobody asked for these regions. By the way,
Harrison and I will be coming up with our much better nicknames later tonight. So
also the NIT selection show is in 20 minutes.
What channel is it on?
I have no idea, but I will be locked in.
The funny story, I don't think I've ever told you this. The most down bad I've ever seen a human being in 2021, David Campbell was walking around Target watching the NIT selection show on his phone, hoping that Minnesota would be in it.
That's down hilarious.
So general bracket thoughts. East region, the hardest one. Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah, I just think the quality of coach in that tier is above and beyond.
Yeah. Easiest region, probably the Midwest. Maybe the South.
Honestly, really anything besides the East.
I think it depends what way you're looking at it. If you're looking at, best path for a 1 seed or, overall quality of the region.
Yeah. I mean, what are you trying to get at?
Michigan has the easiest path for a 1 seed, I think.
I think I'm with you on that.
But the South region is probably the worst in terms of quality of team.
I think
you have an Illinois team that was spiraling, a Nebraska team who we don't think is good, Vandy who's been inconsistent but pretty solid.
Philly.
UNC who's hurt. Yeah, he's going to Philly. UNC who's hurt.
Oh, the WBIT selection show is on right now.
The WBIT Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament?
I can't believe we didn't get any Patelis bracketology for the WBIT.
You don't get Patelis bracketology for like normal things.
I mean, Patelis gave us CBI bracketology today.
Okay, so here's the next thing I want.
First year that Patelis is actually given accurate CBI bracketology.
Here's what yeah. Here's what the next question I want to ask you. Site-wise, site advantages.
Are you talking about Mizzou?
No, just in general. Like Mizzou is one that I have.
I don't really believe in site advantages.
I do.
Like the one that I care most about is what time zone UCLA is playing in.
And they are on the East Coast for the entire NCAA tournament.
Correct. They are in the Eastern time zone.
Not East Coast. East Coast adjacent, but Eastern time zone for the entire NCAA tournament. If UCLA wants to win a national championship, they are going to have to win 6 straight games in Eastern time zone. I'm not sure they've won 2 games in Eastern time zone this year.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for them. And they'd also have to win games against higher seeds.
Yeah, that's probably the tougher part. So we can go region by region now if you want to go to that.
You want to do this?
Missouri in Kansas City or in St. Louis, definitely stood out. Don't know if that will matter, but it's just something I noticed.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I look at this bracket, and the first thing that comes up for me is that I mean I love these 1 seeds as I have throughout the year. I think the 2 seeds are for the most part great. The 3 seeds are for the most part great. Like it's what we've talked about throughout the entire year. We have a lot of games between the 7 and 10 and 8 and 9 that I'm not sure who's going to win, but I don't really look at those matchups and see potential for them to beat the 2 and 1. There's 1 2 seed that I think is really vulnerable, and we'll get into that later.
There's a couple for me. The problem is we've talked about this a lot this year. The drop after like the 5 seed line is like really bad. So like I think like the 3 seeds are fairly safe for the most part this week.
By the way, some guy just posted like a largest estimated NIL roster spend gaps in the round of 64 with completely made up numbers. Just like completely making up how much teams are spending on their roster. He says High Point is spending $800K. I promise you High Point is spending more than that.
For 1 player, maybe.
Yeah.
So, I think I might regret this. I don't think I have a filled out bracket sitting in front of me, and I don't think I'm changing a lot.
I don't have anything filled out, but I'm going to get started.
There's just not a lot of tough picks here for me. Like you can tell me if you disagree. I have 1 seed lower than 10 winning their first round game. 1. I have no 12 seeds winning. I have no 13 seeds winning. I have 1 11 seed winning.
Interesting.
Like
I don't think that's crazy.
These bubble teams just suck. And like I really liked Yale, and then they lost today. Like, this High Point team doesn't do things that, like, I think are great in terms of recipes to, like, upset a high major. McNeese got a brutal draw. Like, Northern Iowa St. John should be interesting, but I don't know if Northern Iowa has enough juice to win that game. And, like, Akron, Texas Tech's the other one. South Florida, Louisville, I'm having a tough time with.
Yeah, that one I want to get into eventually. But let's start at the top with Duke Siena in the East region. This game's going to be played in Greenville.
All right, Sam. What does Siena need to do?
be a 15 seed. Like, this is it's ridiculous.
No, they should have been a 15. It was brutal.
Totally should have been a 15.
I think I had them as like
they're better than Furman and Queens.
They're better than Queens for sure. I thought Tennessee State should have been a 16.
I think that Siena should have easily been.
Idaho's record I know is good, but Idaho's resume I should say I know is decent, but the record is brutal.
Yeah, so, I don't get this.
And they didn't play in a good league. Like, yeah,
I think that Siena should have been a 15. What Siena needs to do to have any sort of chance in this game, I mean, Brendan Coyle's probably got to have 5 or 6 threes minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the probably bare minimum. And then Justice and Gavin like can't miss. I mean, Siena's got like 6 guys right now.
That was not meant to be a serious question, by the way.
Unfortunate. There's really nothing we can do. If you put SGA on Siena, do they beat Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you put the best basketball player in the world on a Division I conference champion, they're beating the best team in the country.
Can we bounce around here? I want to go through matchups.
I want to start at the top.
But like that's what we do Wednesday. And
Antonio Chandler will not be coming back.
Unless Mike Pence has the courage.
Go to both. Go to both Philly sessions. I will be. But the second one is really late. Really late.
UConn's the later one, right?
SGA, but it's the entire Siena Student Government Association. All right.
Let's talk about matchup. Like we can talk Ohio State TCU if you want. I want to talk about first round matchups that we're actually having a tough time with. Like
then let's do it.
We don't need to go game by game here to break down, every 1-16 game. That's what Wednesday is for. So, all right.
Where do you want to go?
Let's alternate. You and I. You can go first.
You go.
Okay, fine. Let's talk South Florida, Louisville.
I love this matchup. I just think it's going to be exhilarating.
So, you and I briefly talked about this earlier. You think that Isaiah Nelson's the best player in this game?
I think he's definitely the most physical player in this game.
I think he's the third best player in this game.
I don't know. I might be pushing it with saying he's the best, but I know he's definitely the most physical.
I don't think that like South Florida like running up and down is going to be a good recipe to beat Louisville.
I don't necessarily think it's going to be a good recipe, but I do think they have the athleticism to bother Louisville's shot makers.
Well, yes, they do, and they obviously have a elite rim protector.
And did we ever get their Ken Palmer rankings since February 1st?
Louisville?
No, South Florida.
Oh, I'll check. Hold on. Louisville's is still pretty high, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I thought Louisville was a little bit of a metrics tricker throughout the year. I think I'm a lean towards Louisville here, assuming Michael Brown is playing. Because I just think South Florida is going to get up and down the floor. Louisville's going to get up and down the floor. They're both going to jack up shots. And I think Louisville has, and I just think that Louisville, in a certain moment, I think they have more of what it takes to shut down Pinion and Ennis than South Florida can shut down all of Louisville's shot makers. Because I think South Florida really only has 2 shot makers from the outside.
Torvik is not working right now for me.
Torvik is South Florida is 36, Louisville is 20 since February 1st.
I fear Eric Haslam may have hacked Torvik. You said Louisville's 20th, South Florida is what?
36th.
Okay.
And we've kind of talked about this throughout the year. Louisville against teams like better than it has been awful. Louisville against teams that are not better than it has been maybe the best team in the country.
Yeah. If you think South Florida is better than Louisville, like, go for it.
I want here's the thing. I want to think South Florida is better than Louisville. I'm not sure I can get there.
I tried to do the same thing with VCU last year against BYU.
Yeah,
and Louisville is not the caliber of team that BYU team was at, towards the end of the year.
I kind of wanted to talk myself into South Florida being the upset team all year, being this, that, and
I think it was there for the taking. They got a bad draw.
Who would you? I would have picked them against North Carolina for sure.
I would have picked them against BYU, and I probably would have picked them against Tennessee.
I mean, dude, I would have picked like multiple 14 seeds over BYU. I would probably pick North Dakota State to beat BYU right now.
Yeah, I think like if you're South Florida, like the thing that you can kind of bank on is like maybe Louisville is a high variance team, and maybe they have a bad shooting night.
But the problem with Louisville is they're not actually high variance. They're so low variance because they're so high variance.
So, and then the other thing that I wanted to mention about this, sort of quad, and DeRosa actually just came in and asked it. This was the easiest second round pick in this region for me. Michigan State over either of these teams.
Agreed.
I don't think Michigan State is a team that's going to like play down.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing about Michigan State. Sure, they've played down in some road games. That Rutgers game being one of them. But it's Izzo on a one-day scout.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I don't think Louisville and South Florida are like that difficult of scouts. They're difficult to adjust to playing against them, but I don't think they're very difficult of scouts. Like I think what they are. Like you can just kind of see. Oh yeah, we need to limit the three, like run them off the line. And Michigan State has the athleticism and physicality in the front court to kind of make it tougher on Isaiah Nelson. So I agree. Whether it's South Florida or whether it's Louisville.
Sam, two things I noticed here. Not to this region, specifically, but two things I want to point out. There's two sites where rivals are playing in opposite pods. Michigan State and Michigan are both in Buffalo. UNC and Duke are both in Greenville. So, like, one thing I do want to note is that, like, there's going to be fans rooting against those teams there, for sure.
Correct.
So we'll see how many people Michigan and Michigan State get up to Buffalo. Yeah, you can go next here.
I would like to discuss North Carolina VCU.
Thank God, that's where I wanted to go next too.
I don't really have any like straight thoughts on this. I want to hear yours.
Everyone is picking VCU. What does VCU do that like is gonna exploit North Carolina? Do they have guards that can destroy drop coverage?
Do they? Do we think they do?
Do you think Terrence Hill will?
Do I think he destroys a North Carolina, like an athletic North Carolina drop? No.
I don't see it. I think that VCU is going to really struggle against Vasar. I don't think Djokovic can guard him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think Djokovic can guard Vasar.
And like, I know that there's no Caleb Wilson, but North Carolina still got some pretty decent guards. Like Dixon has really stepped up in recent weeks. Seth Trimble.
I'm not looking to like put North Carolina into this like the Sweet 16 or anything.
No,
like, North Carolina beat Louisville, beat Clemson without Caleb Wilson. Why can't they beat VCU? Like, I know I'm with you on this the chalk idea. I don't like this.
I'm just trying to pick matchups here. Like I'm not looking at this from like a, there is a general like teams are better than normal, and whatnot. But like I'm pulling up right now VCU shooting splits, because I do think that they're going to have to be really good in the mid range. So so you keep going while I pull this up. Okay, hold on. I got it. 99th percentile in mid range to field goal percentage, but only 4th percentile in mid range to attempt percentage.
For who?
For VCU, because I think VCU is going to have to hit a lot of mid range shots in this game.
Yeah, I just think North Carolina can kind of dictate some of the pace here.
I think if Terrence Hill and Nick Lewis are hitting these pull up jumpers,
I feel like
I can live with losing that.
Yeah, and I like this VCU team. I really do. Terrence Hill's really good. Nick Lewis is really good. Barry Evans is kind of a game changer and different.
They sort of struggled when they played high major athleticism.
I watched them play against
the NC State game was close.
I watched them play NC State earlier in the year, and they took 42 threes in that game because NC State just kind of let them shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
And NC State's not tough. I think North Carolina's tough. Even without Caleb Wilson, I think they have tough basketball players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
even Vandy's speed on the perimeter, I think gave them some trouble.
I agree. I think I'm with you on Carolina winning this. And honestly, you're right. I don't see a lot of matchups that jump out to me as the double-digit seed is going to win.
I saw Tate Frazier pick VCU, and he obviously is a North Carolina guy. So that's why initially I was like, "Whoa, what is going on here?"
I mean, his vibes are probably really bad on Carolina.
I didn't think that when I watched Carolina in person on Thursday, I didn't see a team that was awful. I saw a Clemson team that had the personnel to exploit what they were doing defensively. I don't think VCU has that.
We both agree Penn is beating Illinois by 30.
By 30? I was thinking 40.
Yeah.
This is the first round game that is most likely to produce a coach technical foul. Right? If you're ranking them, Hurley and Cronin both get their games up to the top of the list pretty easily.
I would say, yeah, I think this is the one. We have a significant chance. Can I say it's the first 4 game though at NC State, Texas?
What about it?
I just think that might be the most likely one to have a technical foul.
Oh, I mean, maybe. I think if you're betting on most technical fouls in a region, the East region has to be the one.
Oh, easily.
Between Hurley, Cronin, Izzo, Kelsey, even Patino could be good for one, but he knows how to work with the officials.
Yeah, I can't think of a time I've seen Rick get a tech.
So, yeah, I'm looking at these mid majors to just eyeball them real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at the bracket and I don't see a lot of teams. Oh God, we've got the NCAA March Madness account tweeting out random celebrities brackets again.
We all asked for this. Okay, let's talk. Harrison pulled this up, so let's talk Kentucky Santa Clara.
Okay, this could be a game where I see the double-digit seed winning.
Who did you pencil in this? Or I guess you didn't fill it out. But what was your first thought?
Santa Clara.
My first thought was Kentucky, just because I think brands and whatnot. But I actually think I need to go back and reevaluate this.
Look, I need to reevaluate this whole thing. But would there be anything more emblematic of the way Kentucky fans feel about their program right now than
And then
going out
losing
and
to
losing
Santa
the
Clara
first
in the
round to
first
a
round.
WCC school that isn't Gonzaga.
Yeah. Did Kentucky play Gonzaga this year? Yeah, they got killed, right?
They did. They lost by 70.
Okay. So this Kentucky team is just so inconsistent for me, and like,
But here's my problem with St. Mary's. Sorry, with Santa Clara. They've lost, aside from that one win against St. Mary's at home. Like, they've lost to basically all the best teams on their schedule.
yeah. Their win against McNeese in the opening week was a really good win, especially the way they won it, controlling that game. But since then, lost to St. Louis, got blasted by New Mexico, lost to Arizona State, lost to Gonzaga 3 times.
Yep. I believe that is 1-6 against teams higher than 68 in KenPom. 1-7 against teams higher.
I'll say this like right now. I think the 7 seed line is better than the 6 seed line.
Yes.
The 6 seeds are.
I don't think Kentucky's very good.
No, but I also understand that Kentucky has talent.
I think Santa Clara has a ton of talent.
The Santa Clara has maybe the best pro prospect in this game.
They do have the best pro prospect in this game.
But
that doesn't mean I don't think that's a talent thing.
But I think the problem is the problem I'm having is Kentucky doesn't do anything well. They're kind of just okay at everything. And they're really good in the second half, but they get down games early. And is this game in St. Louis?
Yes.
Okay. So Kentucky fans will probably be there.
Kentucky fans will be there if they play on the moon.
Yeah. I mean, is Santa Clara a team that can speed Kentucky up with no point guard? I think maybe.
I think so. I don't see why not.
This is maybe the toughest pick I think I'm going to make in the first round.
My gut tells me Santa Clara. I'm going to have to do a lot more research. And again, if you're a little disappointed by the content of this show tonight, it's because I haven't done any research yet because I just got home.
Your research led you to a 3-2 record against me last year in the first round.
Yes. So I'm going to Santa Clara. I'm just going to pencil in some other teams. Jonathan, can you take us to where we're going next?
Let's talk NC State, Texas, and BYU. Let's talk this entire pod because this is just gross.
Can you start?
How seriously do we take Gonzaga?
I'm taking them pretty seriously if they have Braden Huff back, but I don't know if they will.
Is he going to be limited? Injuries have plagued a lot of these teams this year, more than usual. It feels like. Grant will go to SLU Georgia next. All right, but I have a good read on that game, I think. So, if you're, and I know we have the rule, Sam, but if you're BYU, which team would you rather see?
NC State.
Why? Because I think I agree.
Because I think that Texas can get that thin team in foul trouble.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. Texas is a weird team to prepare for, and if you're a thin team, which BYU is, if Cade is in foul trouble, they're done, man.
I was kind of going through this with you about Acuff earlier. If AJ DeMonsta drops 30, is there a path for NC State or Texas to win? If AJ DeMonsta drops 20, is there a path for BYU to win?
Not unless Rob Wright goes for 30, which seems unlikely. But Rob Wright is such a liability on the defensive end that I kind of feel like a lot of what he does offensively is completely negated by what he does on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, I just think he's an awful, awful, awful defender.
So
the NIT bracket is here.
is it?
Yes, it is. Let's do it.
So what? Hold on. What? Are we talking NIT? Let's save this for after the show.
No, I just want to look at the bracket. St. Thomas in.
Yeah, I mean we knew that.
Right. I think we did. Navy has to go to Wake Forest. Navy's going to kill Wake Forest. Wake Forest is going to quit. When do we get the crown bracket?
Oh, hopefully never. Let's talk SLU. Do you know who you're picking in the Texas NC State BYU game?
Gonzaga.
Just leaving that blank.
Yes, I'm taking Gonzaga. That is the worst.
Hold on, DeRosa said something that I want to pull up. This was about Gonzaga. Gonzaga has such a ceiling to me. That's why I asked how serious.
Can I talk Miami?
I feel like Grant is gonna hijack this stream if we don't talk about SLU.
He doesn't have the link. He doesn't have the link.
All right, we'll talk Miami, Mizzou, and then we'll go to SLU, Georgia. Here, Grant, we're talking Mizzou. I hope you're happy.
This bracket breaks so well for Miami.
Yeah,
it breaks so well for Miami. I think that
Malik Renew sees food in both of these games.
What do you say?
Malik Renew sees food in both of these games.
Yeah, I just don't see any way that the post defenses for these teams can stop. Mizzou is not good. I
wouldn't go that far.
They're 52 in Ken Palm. Their offense is 50th. That was a unit that was actually really good last year. Their defense is 78th, which is again not good. They've beaten a couple good teams in the SEC, sure. But I'm kind of out on most of the SEC. And not that I'm that in on the ACC, but nothing that teams really, besides Florida, did in the SEC really moved me that much. And you're telling me Sean Phillips is going to be guarding Malik Renew? I'll take that every day. You're telling me that this Missouri team that turns it over more than anyone else in the SEC is going to be facing a Miami team that forces turnovers at a rate fourth ranked in the ACC and has two of the best ball hounding guards in the conference in True Washington and Trey Donaldson? Sign me up.
I think there's so much that Miami can throw at Mizzou here.
Yeah, and then Purdue.
One other thing, Mizzou is usually very good at turning teams over. That is the, as bad as their defense can be, that is the strength of their defense, and they're not good at it this year. So they can't even really exploit Miami in that. Miami will turn the ball over, but Mizzou doesn't turn teams over like they usually do.
Yep, you're right.
We can talk Purdue. I mean, they're very easily maybe the most Rule 1 team this year.
Yeah, in terms of the teams on the 1 and 2 line, they're clearly the worst to me.
I didn't think they were going to be a 2 seed.
I did. After they beat Michigan, I thought they were going to be a 2 seed.
I thought Michigan State was going to be the final 2.
I had Nebraska on the 2 line before. I was surprised they were a 4 seed. I thought they were going to be at very worst a 3.
Yeah, just because their WAB was really good.
Yeah, and 9 quad 1 wins, no losses outside of quad 1.
Yeah, that surprised me. I think the committee may have actually used the have they been asked lately metric this year when evaluating Nebraska.
Yeah, they may have.
So what is it with Purdue that you want to specifically get at?
I just don't think this team's that good. Teams show us who they are in the sample of a full season. I know they're 8th in KenPom, but we saw this team struggle late in the year defensively a ton. Struggle throughout the year. I know they're the number 1 offense on KenPom, but they're the number 3 offense in their own conference. They're the number 7 defense in the conference, and teams scored at will. Sure, Purdue gets rebounds, all that stuff, because they're dominant with Clough and they're dominant with Coffin Red on the glass. But I don't think they're aggressive defensively, and I think that's one big thing.
Purdue is number 1 in offense because of this past week.
Yes. Where were they in offense on Monday morning?
I want to say like 5.
2. They were number 2.
Okay.
They were pretty far behind Illinois.
Like, they don't guard.
There are teams that have like defenses ranked in the 30s that I think don't guard, and there are teams that have defenses ranked in the 30s that I think are genuinely awesome defenses.
Miami is the latter.
Miami ranks lower than Purdue in defense. Like, get the eye test in here.
Miami is I think, good defensive team. I think
Miami is an eye test champion to me. I'm sorry, they're good. They're good.
The other one that you're talking about, I think, is Illinois. A team that ranks in the 30s in defense, but their defense isn't good.
Yes, I don't think their defense is good.
Yeah, I agree. And it's usually because they just do 1 or 2 things really, really poorly. And to be fair, like, Purdue was 16th in the Big Ten in effective field goal percentage defense.
Yep, I think it's going to be too easy.
They don't run you off the line. They don't have elite rim protection.
They've been switching a lot, and they don't have the foot speed to keep up. We saw that against Illinois throughout the year. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, Grant. I drove 9 hours today.
You don't seem sleepy. Get Grant out of here.
Yeah, Grant,
Let's just talk about SLU so he leaves.
Grant has been timed out.
You just deleted the entire comment section. What the hell?
No, I didn't. It's on our stream.
Oh. Let's talk SLU.
Yeah, let's talk St.
This team has been terrible over the last month, but I still think they're winning this game.
I just think Georgia's bad.
Cyril's going to have to come out in the perimeter to guard Robbie.
And that opens up the lane.
Yeah.
And Georgia's already a terrible, putrid defense.
Yeah. Really bad at the point of attack. Like, Cyril at the rim is really the only thing they have going for them. And if SLU can exploit that, I think it opens up a whole can of worms.
And SLU's length can guard Wilkinson and Millender. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of going to end up relying on like lobs to Cyril and Blue Kane kind of playing some hero ball.
Robbie will get up there and knock the lobs down.
Like, I'm not sure how many stops St. Louis will get. Like, in terms of if Georgia comes out and hits a couple shots, but I do think that St. Louis will come out and make it difficult for Georgia to get those shots, like they were doing, kind of pressuring and denying earlier in A10 play that we haven't seen as aggressively over the last month, which is a big contributing reason as to why I don't think they've been quite as good. But to me, SLU, I think we'll be able to do more of that in this game. I just think they'll come out with that scouting report. They'll come out with that energy, and they will know exactly like what they need to do. They're super well coached, super well coached.
8-4, 80th in Torvik since Rika Obasco was like anointed the bandwagon leader or whatever the hell they did.
Yep.
I have an exercise for us to do.
Oh, is this the coaching in the quad?
Well, I was gonna save that for off the air.
No, I think we should do that now.
You think that makes for good podcast content?
Why not?
Okay, let's do it. So I'll explain this. So every year, this isn't a bracket Bible rule, but it really should be.
Are we going to Bracket Bible tonight, by the way?
We can, like briefly. I
Are
don't
you
want to go in depth
because
but-
you're doing the show with Quentin on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can do this. So every year, Sam and I, what we do is we go through each quad and we count down, and then we say the best coach in the quad at the exact same time. Can we put the comments back up, like in the regular section, by the way, so I can actually read them?
They're there.
I do not see them.
I don't know.
It's messed up for me.
Now, how do I untime out Grant Salzman?
That's a great question. You know what? I'll just pull it up like this. All right. Do we want to do this?
Yes.
All right. We'll start in the East. All right. 1, 2, 3.
John
Shire.
Shire.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Patino. 1, 2, 3. Izzo. 1, 2, 3. Hurley. Yeah. That one's easy.
That was really easy.
I'm assuming it'll get a little more difficult. All right.
Yeah.
What West region? 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Tommy Lloyd.
What?
Tommy Lloyd.
Okay. Yeah, Lloyd. Okay. Right. Let's do the next one. 1, 2, 3.
Greg Gard.
Calipari.
Greg Gard.
I think it's Calipari.
I think it's Gard.
I don't like either of them.
I think it's Gard.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Go.
What? Few.
Few.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Payment. Okay. So agreement for the most part.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. JJ Post.
Midwest.
Yeah. You can go.
1, 2, 3. Dusty May. 1, 2, 3. Grant McCaslin.
I knew you were going to disagree with me on that. I knew you were going to disagree with me. So do you like Texas Tech out of this quad then?
I mean, if Texas Tech had JT Toppin, I would. Because they don't, I'm not sure.
Okay. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Ryan Odom.
Barnes. What am I doing, man?
I think it's Odom.
It might be Odom. I'm very sure, very, very certain that Virginia's winning this quad.
Yeah.
So,
all right. 1, 2, 3. TJ.
Yeah. All right.
South. 1, 2, 3. Todd Golden.
Definitive proof.
1, 2, 3.
Byington.
1, 2, 3.
Hubert Davis. Okay, fine, it's Underwood.
1, 2, 3. Alex Pribble.
Kelvin, yes, Alex Pribble. Let's go.
It's Kelvin.
Okay, so a lot of
I
agreement.
genuinely am trying to unban Salzman from the chat, and I don't know how to do it.
He created a new account. Did you see?
I did see that.
Okay, so let's go back. The ones we disagreed on.
Only Byington in the tournament.
That's good. I didn't even think about that. The ones we disagreed on. You had Gard, I had Calipari.
Yes.
You had McCaslin, I had Oates. You had Odom, I had Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it, right?
Unless you want to change to Fran.
No, I'm gonna stick with Underwood.
I'm happy for Fran.
Don't love Underwood in game, but
Yeah.
dude,
Don't really love Fran in game.
I used to be the biggest Fran supporter, but he's old.
Don't really love Fran in game either. Like
No, Fran in game is not good.
like he's made some good adjustments this year, I think. But like I also think there's a reason he's coaching at Penn right now and not still coaching at Iowa. Like good basketball coach. Won the Ivy League, did a really good job there. I don't think I watched that game. I don't think it was a coaching masterclass.
Dude, PK just commented. He is so. I'm gonna see him tomorrow night. He is so excited that Illinois gets to play Fran. So excited.
I was really hoping for Fran against Nebraska.
Fran against Nebraska would have been great because we would have had to pick Penn. I mean, there really wouldn't have been a choice. So,
yeah.
Here's the other exercise I had. 8, 9 games, 7, 10 games are like mostly toss-ups. You know, whatever. Let's go through each seed line below that, and we can take out 116 and go over the most likely lower seed win on that line.
Okay.
So we'll start 6-11 here. You can go first, and we'll alternate.
Louisville, South Florida.
I'll say the one I picked right now. So I'll say NC State, Texas, and it's not because
it's
not
one.
because I think NC State and Texas are exceptional teams.
It's actually that one.
I legitimately don't think BYU is a top 60 team right now.
They're not.
They've been that bad since Saunders got hurt.
You're right. They're not. I'm wrong. It's that one.
I'll start on the 5-12 line. I have no 12 seeds winning here, but I think the most likely one is probably Akron, Texas Tech.
Maybe St. John's, Northern Iowa.
I worry about Akron being able to run Texas Tech off the line, which is why I have Texas Tech right now. That could be the one I may change.
I'm thinking maybe St. John's, Northern Iowa. Like St. John's kind of like spent a lot of bullets this week in New York. Like they looked unbelievably good. And Northern Iowa is a really, really good defensive team. They kind of fit the formula. They can slow you down. They have guys that can hit timely shots.
Yeah, DeRosa was texting me a little bit about them earlier today, and my one worry with them is they don't have enough offensive juice.
They don't have a flow,
like to win this game. But defensively, I think they absolutely can give St.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm not picking them.
Yeah. I think St. John's is better than last year. This St. John's team is better than last year.
Right now, I agree the St. John's team is better than the St. John's team was at this point last year. But I also think they, like, as I mentioned, they spent a lot of bullets in New York. I think that was their peak.
Fingers crossed that you're right. 13. You start 4-13 line.
4-13 line. Give me Nebraska, Troy.
I think that's the obvious one, right?
I mean, it's just like Nebraska is clearly the worst 4 seed.
Yeah.
I think Hofstra is clearly the best 13, but Alabama is a very rural whatever team.
Yeah, quick and athletic. I forget what
their pace and their athleticism.
It's like
overall. But I do. There's a sneaking part of me that thinks like that game just turns into a shootout. But Hofstra kind of can that game doesn't turn into a shootout because Hofstra controls the kind of speed a little bit, and they've been playing some unbelievable defense recently.
If nothing else, like Alabama Hofstra will be really watchable.
I mean, just the guard play. Is that the best guard play in any given game in the tournament?
Yes. I think so.
Well, Wisconsin, Arkansas, if it happens.
In first round games, though, I thought we were specifically.
Yeah. But I like this.
3-14, I'll start. This, to me, is Penn, Illinois.
I don't really see any path for any of the 4 teams.
Pick one.
Penn, Illinois.
Because we say it and then it happens. So I didn't see any way for a Fairleigh Dickinson team with a 6'7" center to beat Zach Edey, but then they freaking did it.
I think Tennessee State is the best 15.
Most likely 15 to me is Furman UConn.
I think I agree, but I think Tennessee State.
Again, no, I would be very, very surprised if if a top 3 seed got knocked out in the opening
Actually,
round.
no. I'm going to say it's Purdue Queens because I just think Purdue's the most vulnerable.
Okay.
116.
Oh, we don't have to do this one, but give me
Michigan, UMBC.
Give me LIU. They're the most talented of this group.
But UMBC is the best of the group. UMBC is the best of this group. Them being in Dayton is a crime.
Yeah.
Queens and Furman should be on the 16 line.
I thought Queens was going to be in Dayton.
LIU should be in Dayton.
You just hate LIU.
They should be in Dayton.
No, they're terrible. Yeah. And what else do you want to go over here?
By the way, are you actually not going to watch Lehigh Prairie View?
When is it?
No idea.
It's Florida's in Tampa. When's the Tampa pod?
I think Friday, Sunday.
It's Friday because Buffalo is the other one. In Buffalo, I know Buffalo's Thursday. So that game's Wednesday. I mean, listen, I'll just be honest here. I need a lot of energy for that Miami SMU game on Wednesday. Might have to skip Prairie View Lehigh to build up some stamina here.
Can we talk Miami?
It's a crime that they got in. Oh, dude, how do I pull up comments? With the
Just
pull
click
up
on
the one that Harrison just pulled up, and then we can talk Miami. Do you want me to do this, Sam?
Yeah.
St. John's is 1.
Okay.
Michigan State's 2.
Okay.
3 UConn.
4 Kansas.
4 Kansas.
5 TCU.
No, 5 Ohio State.
Really?
Yeah, they're playing at like a top 20 level in the last month. I think we got a brutal draw.
I agree.
Like, we're going to have to do some creative things to handle St. John's ball pressure without Caleb Foster. Like,
I agree. And I think UConn is going to have to do some creative things against Michigan State offensively because that's such a disciplined defensive team if they end up playing that.
I'll tell you right now that if we play St. John's, I think – hold on.
LIU will be receiving a
lot. I think that if Duke plays St. John's in the Sweet 16, and this is obviously looking ahead because I think St. John's could lose.
As well as Yale. Don't forget Yale, JJ. Don't forget Yale.
St. John's, with their ball pressure, I think Cam Boozer should play point guard in that game if that ends up being the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let Caden Boozer play point and allow their guys to pick up full.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, can you tell Jaden that like Pat is probably back? Because he's been answering replies all evening as if like we're down 2 key players when like Pat is like likely going to be back.
We'll have to see.
And he definitely will be back for the second weekend. So, what were we gonna do before that question? Oh, Miami, Ohio.
Yeah, go to Miami, Ohio, and then I want to talk Final Four.
It's kind of absurd that they are in Dayton.
Yeah, and
I had them on the 10 line like pretty easily.
And here's the thing. They're probably going to lose in Dayton.
I mean, they're 8.5-point dogs to SMU on a neutral floor. I'm stealing this from Circus. How many ACC teams right now would be 8.5-point dogs to SMU on a neutral floor?
6?
I think it's less. I think it's the 3 teams that missed the ACC tournament.
I think Syracuse would be.
I don't think Pitt would be. I don't think Syracuse.
Oh, I think Pitt and Syracuse both would be. Or at least they should be.
Assuming those games, still had meaning. Obviously.
Pitt quit. Syracuse quit.
All right. Final four?
Yeah. Who do you have in it right now?
Michigan State, Arizona, Michigan, Houston.
I like Michigan State. I like Arizona. I like Michigan. And I would go Florida.
You said you like Michigan State, you like Zona, you like Michigan, you'd go Florida?
Yes.
Okay. That East region, I'm assuming, is going to be
debated heavily. I know I'm not picking UConn to go to the Final Four.
You don't think they're good enough?
I just think that they're not going to beat UCLA, Michigan State, Duke back to back to back.
It's kind of how I feel about Duke. It's like shorthanded. Can we beat Ohio State or TCU, St. John's or Kansas, MSU or UConn in a row?
I don't think any of these teams can beat all of these teams in a row.
But somebody has to.
Somebody's going to have to. Somebody's going to get upset.
This feels like the 2021 Illinois regional to me. Somebody
Yes.
I had no idea who was going to win that. Somebody had to.
Yeah. All right, Jonathan, who's your pick to win the national championship?
Zona.
Bear down.
I don't think that's changing, by the way. I
texted Jonathan a couple days ago. I said, actually, it was last night I was at the Big East final. Let me pull up the exact text. Arizona. I said, I think we might be overthinking this. Arizona survived its injuries, lost 2 games all year by a combined 7, won the regular season by 2 games and conference tournament in the best conference in the sport, dominates the glass and the foul line, and has the best closer in the country. Are we overthinking this with Duke banged up, Michigan banged up? I think we are.
Michigan feels vulnerable. Not to overreact to conference tournament week.
I don't want to overreact to champ week, but I don't want to underreact to the only sample of data we have of that team without LJ Case on.
Cadeau played pretty well this week, but I liked Kaysen as a spark plug off the bench. I just realized this. I'm running through this. In my Elite Eight, 3 Big 12 teams, 1 SEC team, 1 ACC team, 2 Big 10 teams.
Team?
Huh?
Who's the ACC team?
Miami.
So you have St. John's beating Duke.
Yeah, I think it is the single worst matchup that they could have gotten.
I still think Duke wins that game, but I don't think Duke wins the rematch with Michigan State.
Yeah, I think that's.
And I'm not even certain about St. John's, Kansas. By the way,
the best thing that could happen to Duke is St. John's getting upset by Northern Iowa on. I think that would be Friday. It's in San Diego.
Yeah.
I got to familiarize myself with the sites. By the way, for the record, I do think that Miami, Ohio is going to beat SMU. I know I've said a lot of bad things about Miami, Ohio, and I'm probably the biggest hater of them, of someone who seriously follows the sport. But that SMU team is garbage.
Yeah, I don't think either of those teams are very good. I'm hoping,
Neither one of them's beating Tennessee.
I'm hoping Miami wins so I can get Miami in Philly.
Is that where Virginia is?
Yes.
So Illinois got Greenville and Virginia got Philly. That's
Yes.
interesting.
Maybe it was to avoid Penn playing in Philly.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. You want to run down our schedule the rest of the week?
Yeah. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock.
I got to confirm with Quentin, by the way.
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, search season with Curry Hicks Sage. Tomorrow, I will also be recording a Siena Duke preview with Tyler Cronin.
Actually, I'm recording a preview with Tyler too.
Yeah, nice.
Miami Mizzou.
Nice. Good stuff. Tuesday, Jonathan's going with Quentin Corpuel for the Bracket Bible Show. Wednesday will be our official bracket picks special. We apologize for this show being worse than it was last year.
I don't think this is a bad show at all.
I just mean shorter.
Oh.
I just don't have the energy right now.
You want me to give you a couple more takes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Close this? Okay.
I want to hear St. Mary's.
Clemson poses a way worse matchup for Florida than anyone is giving them credit for. They are one of the only teams in that seed range that has the depth in the front court to match up.
Yeah, but with Welling hurt, it's a different story.
It's a totally different story. Agreed. But I've always been an RJ Godfrey fan. Nick Davidson stretches the floor. They need Thompson to be effective. He was awful in the Duke game.
Yeah.
So, a couple others. Illinois stuck to my plan and with what I'm saying all year. I think they get out of the quad, and Houston is a team that has guards that can break them down defensively, and that's where I think they lose. Michigan has the easiest path. I think I said this already, but Michigan has the easiest path to the Final Four of the 1 seed. I
just don't think that the bottom of this South region is that good. I'm pretty out.
I cannot see Houston losing to any one of these teams.
I can't see them losing to any of them. But I also don't think they're that good.
I think they're good enough to go. I think they're good enough to play in a title game.
I just ran through this entire bracket.
They gave
Arizona a single double-digit seed aside from Santa Clara winning a game.
You don't have, besides Santa Clara, you don't have a single double-digit seed.
Okay, no, the NC State Texas winner, but that's because of BYU.
Yeah,
Wisconsin, Arkansas, by the way, is going to be my toughest game.
Interested to hear your thoughts on that.
I'll come back to you with more collected.
Interested to see how many games we have different in the first round. It doesn't sound like there's going to be many again.
What are your thoughts on St. Mary's, Texas A&M, and Clemson, Iowa?
I think St. Mary's is going to be able to slow the game down. And
Me too. I don't think Texas A&M meets the athleticism threshold for our rule.
Yeah.
And then Clemson over Iowa.
I have Clemson too. I got to look in a little more, but
yeah, I don't think I was beating anyone.
Iowa's definitely a Rule 6 team or whatever the don't bet on players rule is.
Yeah. I'm rooting for North Dakota State to get to. Rooting for either North Dakota State or South Florida to get to DC.
You think?
I think TCU is going to beat Ohio State.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think?
I think that TCU's ball pressure poses problems for a team that does a lot of dribble drive stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Their ball screen coverage is really tough to beat,
and I think they have the best defender.
I just think Ohio State's been playing.
And I think TCU just has 3 of the best defenders that nobody talks about.
Punch, Edmonds, right?
Yeah.
And then who's the third?
Manning.
Yeah.
Just 3 of the best defenders.
Dude. TCU is tough. They had like multiple losses in quad 4 and quad 3. And
Sorry,
like,
no, not Manning. Not Manning. Fuck, I'm on the wrong. I'm thinking of the wrong team.
You're thinking of Kansas State.
Robinson.
Yes.
Wrong purple.
No idea what to do with TCU, man.
Why did I just say Manning?
They can beat elite teams. They can lose to horrible teams. They've proven
I get all of these fucking names confused when it comes to the TCUs and Kansas States.
Jamie Dixon back in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, and like, oh, the one matchup we didn't talk about, Villanova, Utah State. We both agree Utah State, right?
Yeah, I think Villanova is awful.
I think Villanova is probably the worst at large.
And they have a freshman point guard, which I tend not to trust.
I think Villanova is probably the worst at-large team in the field besides Miami right now.
If you don't believe me, like, there's so many good freshman point guards this year that, like, I can't just fade all of them.
Yeah.
Have to pick and choose your spots.
Actually, no. Villanova is not worse than NC State and Texas, are they?
Did you say Villanova is the worst at-large team?
There's so many bad at-large teams.
I don't think Villanova is worse than SMU.
Yeah, they're the worst by team, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're the worst team that avoided Dayton.
Yeah, they're definitely worse than. Are they worse than A&M? Are they worse than UCF? Told you guys.
Yes.
Once you get past like the 5 seed line, it's hit or miss.
I think so.
Complete hit or miss.
I mean, BYU might be like up there.
I feel like a lot of people are going to pick BYU to win that quad because of AJ. Right?
Casuals, right? Sure, but like we've been watching this BYU and then watch them do it.
It's the nature of this tournament, dude.
Like I don't ever like give a shit about my bracket after the first like 5 minutes.
What's going to be the worst first round game? Isn't Arizona like a 30-point favorite?
Fins down. Down. Fins down.
I don't know how to do fins down.
Can we just do one last fins up?
Yeah, sure.
Fins up, bear down.
Dude, we were doing it in the locker room area of the Spectrum Center last night.
Fins up, bear down.
What's going to be I'm trying to think of other first round games.
Just like the worst. Like
Houston, Idaho will be terrible because like Houston will hold them to 38.
Kansas Cal Baptist will be gross.
Dom Daniels versus Melvin Council.
Kansas is just going to screw around and win by like 11.
Yeah. There could be a lot of fun second round games though. If this first round goes how I think it's going to.
Yeah, I think the second round game, St. John's.
We all know people who picked OK State to win. I was not one of those people.
St. John's, Kansas, Wisconsin, Arkansas, Texas Tech, Alabama, Tennessee, Virginia,
UCLA, UConn.
Yeah, I think that's a game that UCLA would. I would if that game weren't being played in the Eastern Time Zone, I would pick UCLA to win that.
I think I am.
Demery is going to be okay, by the way, is what it sounds like.
That's good. I mean, UCLA's health is also a concern. So,
all right, Jonathan, you want to take us home?
Hold on, I got to go talk shit to CJ. Mizzou women's basketball is playing Seton Hall on the WBIT.
All right. Speaking of Seton Hall, crown them.
That was funny.
All right, Jonathan, take us home.
If you came to hear about Tyler Self and where he's working, you came to the right place. If you came to hear about Fins Down, you came to the right place. And if you came to hear about the latest happenings with Caleb Grill, you came to the right place.
Wait, Seton Hall declined a crown bid?
That's a shame.
What? I didn't know you could do that.
Well, anyone can decline a crown bid. You just don't show up.
Keyshawn Hall, baby.
This has been season 6, episode 96 of Brackets, Bubbles, and Bid Stealers. And we'll see you next time.